All right, welcome to the final round of season 15. Our opponent this time is Dumpstar, and now unfortunately in the last round my opponent did not attack me, and the same was the case in my previous round as well. They just attacked one or two teams, so it's I haven't been getting many good matches. Um, it's just a case of mismatch on the roster. In this case, my opponent does have Darth Revan, but no Darth Malik. But they have. I don't think my opponent is planning to attack me because they've kept Jedi Knight Revan on defense. Now this might be a carryover from the previous session that they had, but if you see that your opponent has Darth Revan and Darth Malik, ideally you should save Jedi Knight Revan on offense because that's one of the more reliable counters that you have for that team. So my opponent kept it on defense, and I don't think and that's their arena team. So that's their absolutely best modded, best geared team, fully Zeta. So I don't think they're planning to make any attack. It's been about 9 hours, and they haven't made a move on my teams yet. So what I did was I decided to keep my Darth Revan on defense this time, just because my opponent has Darth Revan as well, and I've kept my sisters. These two are my absolutely best teams, the best modded as well, right in the front, blocking the zone with the maximum points. Behind, I've kept a relatively weaker team. I've kept my General Grievous team and my Evox team, but I don't anticipate my opponent reaching there even if they plan to attack. Below, I've kept my Scoundrel teams, my Karth team with Nest, and then I've kept my Kira team, which is the Prepared Scoundrel team. And at the back over here, I've kept my JTR, but I don't think it's going to come to that at all. And I think it's going to be another wash in terms of offense. My opponent is probably not going to attack me. So let's review my opponent's defenses. They've kept Jedi Knight Revan, as I mentioned, and I've kept a cast team without Canderous and with the T3. So I'm not sure how effective that will be, but I can probably take it out with a Rex Wampa team or something. And then over here we have his bounty hunter team and crew team. So let's attack the Jedi Knight Revan team since that seems to be the toughest, and then we'll go from there. Now there are three options that I have to take out this Jedi Knight Revan team. It's one of the tougher teams that you'll see on defense. I was actually hoping to see the Darth Revan team on defense just because I had my Galactic Republic ready to take that out, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So my opponent does have Darth Revan, G11, three Zetas, no Zeta on Basti, but both the Zetas on HK as well. But they let me actually review the my opponent's Sith Empire briefly, because I don't think uh, I don't think they plan to keep it on defense. So they probably might hold it on offense for something else. So yeah, so G11 mostly weak set trooper, but they've got G12 HK with both the Zetas, all three Zetas on Revan, and Revan and Basti at G3, at G11 with the yeah. So that's the status of their Sith Empire. I don't anticipate running it into it in the back, but I've been surprised before, so you never know. So let's go in, and there are three options that I can use against Jedi Knight Revan. I can either go in with my Jedi Knight Revan and do a mirror match, which I usually don't enjoy. I could go in with my Treya and Thrawn, um, and uh, and take that down. And I did that in the last Grand Arena match. But I want to try something different. Let me see if my Padme will work over here. I I've tried it out once before, and I didn't have much success with my Galactic Republic. So I'm not sure if this is going to work. But I'm giving myself one free battle this time. If it doesn't work, I'll probably go mirror match or Treya. That's probably what my plan is. So let's go with these four, which are the classic Galactic Republic, and I want to also for survivability because against Revan, if Ahsoka gets marked and taken out, there's no recovering for that team. So I want a character like Jolee who can revive the Jedi in case they get marked and taken out. Now, obviously, Jolee is not going to revive Padme, but the other three Jedi, in case they get marked and taken out, they should be able to get revived by Jolie. And Padme also won't be revived, so if she get marked, I can always dump some extra protection on her, bonus protection from Jolie, and heal and hope that she survives for the mark to go away. But yeah, this is the team I'm planning to go with. If you notice, this is actually also the team which we faced while getting Padme. So in the General Grievous Separatist teams, this is what we used. This is what we faced against the Padme event. So it's sort of like a flashback to that event. I want to see if it works in reverse as well. It may be a bad decision because this is his arena team and it's a really strongly modded Jedi Knight Revan team. But let's see. All right, so these guys are not going to inflict any debuffs, so I'm just going to go ahead um, and apply protection up to everyone. All right, let me see if I can apply buff immunity. Well, buff immunity is only on his basic. Who do I want to assist? Maybe let me target Yoda and, all right. Jolee is still hanging on, but let's see if we can, let's get some retribution and clear the, there, Jolie is gone. So that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get some more, get some rid of some of these guys. Let's see if we can get rid of Yoda or at least trigger Savior. Okay. Okay, so that's an interesting thing because Anakin applied healing immunity with his basic. Savior was triggered, but at the same time, we he didn't end up getting full health and full protection, similar to what happens with JTR when you use a JTR locked immunity against Revan teams. So let's perform a mass assist over here. Okay, good. We got healing immunity. Now let me get rid of GMY, and now Jolie is going to be a problem. He's going to end up reviving. So I'm wondering if I should let this time out because I don't think this team has enough damage to get through. And I've gotten rid of GMY, so maybe yeah, maybe this might be the best option because if I let Jolie revive GMY, it is I probably won't be able to go in with a mirror match because if you look at the protection up, there's really not much courage on the board. If when Padme goes against a debuff heavy team, for example, Darth Malik or Sisters, there's tons of debuffs which the team has, and all of that which gets converted to courage, and courage is how most of the damage is done. In this case, there's not much courage being built up. Even though I am using a lot of these specials which give protection up, um, I'm finding that not a lot of courage is being built up. So I don't think I'll be able to get any damage done in time to take out Jolie and Revan. So, and these guys crit a lot, so GK is going to end up taunting quite a lot as well. So I don't think I have a chance with Galactic Republic against these guys. They do have a lot of survivability because against all the assists that Revan team was doing, these guys kept getting 40% protection up, and that was great because they managed to survive a lot. I mean, you can see barely half the protection has been chewed up on my Galactic Republic team. The reason Jolie died pretty early was because he's not Galactic Republic and he doesn't get the bonus from Padme's lead. So, in fact, I think if anyone else would have been marked apart from Jolie, it would have been a much different match, and I probably would have won. But anyway, Jolie, anyway, you use in your Jedi Knight Revan team, so It's uh, it's a waste to use them over here. It's just an experiment I was trying out, but most likely the best fifth to use over here against Jedi Knight Revan teams will probably be maybe probably C3PO maybe for the extra health and assists, or maybe Barris for a little extra survivability. Yeah, yep, that could have been an option, but anyway, um, I still have to practice more in the arena against Revens for my Padme. The thing is, there are barely any Jedi Knight Revens in the arena these days, so it's difficult for me to practice this team right now, which is why I was curious to try it out to see how it does over here. All right, so it's timed out. Let's go in with our Jedi Knight Revan to take this team out, or maybe let's actually go in with our Treya because there is no because our Jedi Knight Revan will be handicapped without Jolee. Treya should be fine. Without GMY, there's really no offense out here. So let's go in with our Sith. And who else do I want to bring in? Let's get Thrawn also for a fracture. Who else can I use over here? Maybe I use Hermit Yoda just as an extra source of tenacity. Because I don't have Dark Basti since I've kept her on defense with my Darth Revan team. Hermit Yoda gives, with the Master's Training, gives 25% tenacity and defense, which is about half of what Basti gives, but it's something. And he can help cleanse Treya once she gets stunned, um, and provide a little extra healing. So I think this team should get the job done. Let's see. This team that he has is his toughest team. It's his arena team with arena mods. So if I get through this, I think everything else will be smooth sailing. All right. Let's mm, see. My Thrawn was stunned, so I can't fracture, which is unfortunate. Let me just give the Master's Training to Treya. And let's see if I can isolate Jedi Knight Revan. All right, now let's get the train rolling. This should be a pretty straightforward match. There's no threat of Grandmaster Yoda, so that's good. Let's fracture Jolee, get some healing out, and actually let's take out Revan. Oh no, Savior is probably going to be triggered, so let's just annihilate Revan. All right, so it's just a waiting game till annihilate comes around. There he finally marked, but since he is isolated, nobody assists. All right, let's just take out um, GK and start working on Jolee. This team is not going to be much of a threat. Let's give the Master's Training to Scion. All right, so he's got Held by Hatred as well. So that should be pretty good. Okay, let's see if this finishes him off. Not yet. This should do it, and he gets revived um, due to Savior. So let's finish off our Revan right now. There we go. Okay, who to give Master's training to? Stun and Force Train. Annihilate should come up soon. I'll get rid of Basti with Annihilate. Okay, hopefully Annihilate should be up now. There we go. Okay, so that team is taken care of. I should have gone in with this team right at the beginning. I have a feeling that this team would have done the job, but I rarely get to fight Jedi Knight Revens with my Galactic Republic. So, and I wanted to test out Jolee with Galactic Republic to see if the 40% protection up that he gives, what kind of effect that has on courage. Unfortunately, Jolie got taken out early, so that wasn't an option. All right, let's use a Rex Wampa team against this. And there's no Canderous, but there's still going to be a lot of assists and days and all that. But let's see if that works. This worked last time that we used it. We had Nest also with us. This time Nest is on defense, so we'll have to see what else will work here. Let's see. I used Scarab Rebel Pathfinder, but or maybe you know what? Let me go with First Order. So the key with First Order is because Kylo Ren is your tank. The key against Karth teams is never make Kylo Ren lose taunt because he is unaffected by dots, and the rest of them are, with the exception of Kylo Ren as well. So both the Kylo Rens are unaffected by mass by the dots. So what you need to do is you need to always have the taunt on, and the way you do that is you attack people with basic, anyone who's debuffed with basic, and that should help get the job done. So let's get rid of um, T3M4 since she can since T3M4 not she T3M4 can dispel, and you don't want Kylo Ren dispelled, so I'm going to attack him first. All right. Okay, so let's get rid of T3M4 so that we don't have any more dispels on the board. Now it should be pretty smooth sailing. Now what I'm going to do is try to get rid of Karth now. So now he's taunting again, so I'm going to dispel it using the stun and then take out Karth. And next we will target Mission. Okay, I'm going to keep the taunt on Kylo Ren because if I use this special focus rage, what's going to happen is my first order stormtrooper is going to be the only guy taunting, and that puts him in a vulnerable situation because he can't handle the dots pretty well. So let's keep taunting. I'll use the basic, and when we get a chance, we'll dispel and go after. Well, there we go. We dispel because first order stormtrooper had advantage, and he used his basic on Zalbar, and then he ended up taunting. So he ended up dispelling him. So let's give this to Fox and finish off mission. And now it's a straightforward job. Keep the taunt on. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to use my basic with Kylo Ren so that healing immunity gets applied, and this guy doesn't heal when he gets his turn. And that'll make it much easier to take him out. There we go. I think I should have full health and protection on everyone. Yeah, that's one good thing about using um, crew on offense is you usually end up with full health and protection. This team would have been slightly more trickier if Candra's was there instead of T3, but if Candra's was there, you can more reliably keep the taunt on because T3 wouldn't have been able to dispel the taunt from you. So that would have been a more reliable way to do it. So the key is always keep the taunt on crew, use basics, and if you feel that first order stormtrooper is a little on the verge of dying, then in that case, don't use the taunt with him. Don't make him taunt. Just keep the taunt on a single taunt on crew and allow him to recover a bit, and then you can use that. So he's got a Kira team at the back. Um, yeah, let's come back to that. Let's see what's at the top, and then we can take care of that. All right. So what do we have on offense? We have a Jedi Knight Revenue. We have a CLS. We have a Rex Wampa. We have our Basti team. We have EP. We've got tons of stuff, and we've got our bounty hunters as well. So I am probably going to try. Let's see. Mm, I might just try my bounty hunters against these guys' crew. It's because they can go around taunt and in general they're a really heavy offensive team. So I'm going to go with for bounty hunters. I'm going to go with Django Lead just like yesterday, and let's see Dengar, and yeah, this should get the job done. Only that one Jedi Knight Revan team was well modded. The rest of the teams are not as well modded, so I think we are in good shape. Okay, let's get an ability block so that crew doesn't taunt and stun someone, and then let's go after. So this is great. Everyone has got ability block. Let's go after first order officer. See if you can't finish him off. There we go. And now let's target first order executioner. But let's lay some burning down because these guys gain a lot of turn meter. So if under Django lead, when you've got burning on, that prevents any turn meter gain. So that'll be good. So the good thing about um, the ability block from Boba is that he's able to apply a double turn ability block on his special for the one who's targeting. So that's why even after 2 turns, uh, your crew is still ability block, which is great. Okay, let's see if we can't. Yeah, great. We got him stunned. So let's finish off Fox. So all our damage is gone. We can just get rid of uh, first order TIE pilot, and we should be good. All right. Now, now, who has got healing immunity? I think only Boba. So we need to execute on Kylo Ren so that he gets healing immunity. 56k. So he hits really hard, Django. All right, let's get healing immunity on. Oh well, he executed him. All right, so that was a simple enough battle. Lost some protection. The way to recover protection is if you want to end with full protection, go with Boss lead. But if you want to go for full damage, go with the Django lead. That's the way you do this. All right, let's. What else can we take against this team? What do we have left? Bounty hunters. Now against bounty hunters, I could use my EP team, or I wonder if I can use my. Oh yeah, I can probably use my my Imperial Troopers. Oh, this guy's not even modded. Extremely weak. What about Greedo? Yeah, it's pretty weak. I think I can use my Imperial Troopers against these guys. Should be pretty straightforward. All right. EP is also a really good counter to Bosk, just because Vader can get the turn meter train rolling, EP can land stuns, and on his basic, Vader can apply ability block, which is great for preventing Boss from getting taunt. All right, so this is the standard team that I usually take for troopers. I think I have the speed advantage, so let's attack. Was it Greedo who didn't have any protection, or was it Cad? Don't remember. I think it was Cad. So let me get Cad taken care of. All right, now let's go after Greedo. And unfortunately, no ability block has landed. So let's see if we can't get rid of Boba once. And yeah, this is what I was waiting for. So that should have increased Bosk's cooldown. So hopefully he won't taunt now. And we get our death mark, and this should do it. I think we lost a little bit of protection on Veers, but we gained it back on Stark. All right. So that is the standard Imperial Trooper counter against bounty hunters. Let's see what's behind, and then we can go all out. All right, this is a very simple team. So let's go ahead and use CLS against the Kira team. We'll actually use Jedi Knight Revan because there's Nest in there, and sometimes CLS, especially if you use him with C3PO, he can get dicey with with Nest. So I'm just going to go with Jedi. There, I'm just going to go all out. And this should be easy enough. Should end with 60 banners. Let's get rid of Vandor. We don't want him reviving anyone. All right. Let's land some ability block. And I think I can probably get rid of... yep, that's it. Let's get rid of Kira. And then we'll get rid of Han. Land a stun. There we go. Okay. Overkill, but it is the finals, and I'm sort of short on time. I need to end this video a little early, so that's why I'm not spending too much time with explanations. Okay, let's go with a Rex Wampa and finish up the Phoenix. I don't think we'll require anyone else, just Rex Wampa should be more than enough. All right. Deus has landed, and let's get rid of as many people as we can. Let's get rid of the damage dealer, and then let's get rid of once we come out of the taunt, we can get rid of Zeb, since he applies daze. There we go. Okay. There goes Zeb, and there goes Hera. All right, 62 banners. Now the last team, let's get rid of it, and we'll call it a wrap. It's Geos. Never actually faced Geos in Grand Arena before. And it's a Poggle lead. What does his lead do? Just some offense. Okay. I'm sure we're going to get a fifth Geonosian sometime soon with the new territory battle coming up. Probably um, it'll probably be one of the um, TV special event characters, like one of the store characters like Wampa or Hermit Yoda. Who was I going to go with? Rebel. Yeah, let's just finish this off. Yeah, yeah. I was hoping to face his Malik, his Darth Revan on defense, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Hopefully, in the next Grand Arena, we might get to face a Darth Revan on with Malik on defense, because I'm really keen on trying out my Padme against that. And there's a couple of other counters which are out there. There's a Jedi Knight Revan and Thrawn option, which is becoming quite popular. So that's something which it's good to practice as well. But yeah, that's basically it for the video today. 17, 16 points. I Which is okay. I think 17, 16 was what I got last time as well. I think I got 17, 15, and I one shot all of my opponent's team. And this time I ended up two-shotting his Jedi Knight Revan team, and still ended up with the same points. So um, yeah, I think my definitely my opponent is not planning to attack me. It's unfortunate. It's that we have these kind of mismatches. I'm just hoping, waiting for the championship session of Grand Arena to come through, where we progressively get matched with tougher opponents as we get along, and I'm hoping that I'll get a little more competition there, and we'll have a few more interesting matches that we'll have. That should make for a little more interesting videos. All right. That's it for today. Until the next Grand Arena session, I'll be signing off. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you guys later.